Hey everyone. So for those of you who exercise on a regular basis, this is probably not going to help, but for people who are beginning or just trying to develop that lifestyle change, trying to find their way as far as what activity will be sustainable, this might be a good introduction. I had an elderly patient, 70 or 80, come in the other day, and he wanted to find out about what should I do for exercise. And I had to tell him, or I had to ask him about what he was used to in the past, and he didn't have an exercise routine. So what I would probably design if I was going to put him on a directional path of activity, nutrition, relaxation practice, and social interaction would be walking. His wife can walk, he can walk, it's easy enough, you don't have to buy a gym membership. But walking by itself is not that challenging. I think if you get into nature, there are some benefits when you walk and you relax at the same time, or you slow down that stress response and develop a relaxation response. So you kill two birds with one stone. Now, if you want challenge, and usually in Chicago I suggest from fall until spring, you just knuckle down and continue with your started path. I don't like to push new activities because it's just so hard to get through a Chicago winter. I just rather have you continue on, maintain, and then look forward to spring to really blossom and try something different. So walking by itself, 30 minutes, 3 to 5 days a week is all the American Heart Association suggests. Sometimes if it gets a little bit boring, you can actually get some resistance. This is a 20-pound weight vest, and if you want some resistance with your walking technique, you put this on, and it might give you a little bit of a challenge. You get sweaty while you're doing your usual 30-minute walk, and then you can also change the weight depending on what you want to insert. This is 20 pounds, it can be adjusted to 10 pounds. So that's an idea, especially if you walk around. Or if you want to do this while you're doing your regular calisthenics. My other suggestion with regards to beginning a resistance program is work on shoulders, overhead press, work on pecs, bench press, or push-ups, work on lats, that's the muscles back here, with pull-ups, I have a pull-up bar, and then work on squats. So if you use this kind of resistance and do those 4 maneuvers, you're working big muscle groups, and you're also going to get a little bit of a workout just because it's a little bit more than what your body is used to. So that's one option. When I was a kid, I used to take encyclopedias timed together and get about 5 to 8 pounds or 10 pounds each, and then use them as my exercise routine. It depends on what you want to do. I'd rather not have you just work on biceps and triceps. I think big muscle groups are important. You do about 3 sets, 5 to 10 repetitions, and you're done. So hopefully that'll be a beginning for you. Weights are pretty cheap. You can get them at Walmart and Target, or again, you can go low tech. So a gallon of water or a gallon of fluid is about 8 to 10 pounds depending on your container. So that's a little bit of resistance too. Sometimes what I'll do with my hikers is I'll have them buy a cheap backpack, put in some small liters or 12-ounce bottles, and you can get, again, weighted resistance in your backpack, walking around easily balanced. And again, whether you want to do those squats I was talking about before, or just use your resistance when you're walking, number 1, you'll have hydration in case you want to go more than 30 minutes at a time. Number 2, it's cheap, and you can always get different forms of water or liquid to give you that resistance. There's also ankle weights or hand weights. I'd probably avoid these because it puts a little bit too much stress on when you wrap around an extremity. It puts a lot of stress on the second joint. So elbow pain and knee pain could be a problem. So just try to shoot for an activity, develop at least 3 to 5 days a week, continue it into the spring, and then blossom or start planning for what you're going to be doing in the spring as you break out. And as you count down the days on your calendar, it makes it a little bit more exciting and sustainable to maintain this new activity.